Welcome everybody. I'm Peter Bernstein, Senior Editor for TMCnet, and we are here on the show floor, or just off the show floor, of IT Expo Austin 2012. And we're talking an interesting topic today with Erik Levitt, who's the CEO of Endstream Communications. Erik, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the show. We don't hear very much about the CLEC industry anymore, and you're a survivor. In fact, you're more than a survivor. You're thriving, and I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about who you are, where you are. I know you're introducing a toll-free service and have some other capabilities. You're not just your father's old CLEC. So give us a little bit of a rundown.
At our core, we're a wholesale voice origination and termination provider, and we've continued to grow that network where we've got presence in all 50 states, and we've expanded into several other countries. We have a strong presence in the UK, strong presence in Israel, and we've allowed that network to grow organically. We pick up a lot of customers via our search engine optimization and right here at the show. In fact, our very first web customer came from an IT Expo, which we mentioned in a couple of video interviews again. So it's a nice little plug for the show.
Yeah.
We've continued to expand. We've continued to expand and grow that infrastructure. And recently, we've also been working on a toll-free infrastructure. So not only will we be able to offer DID origination services in US, Canada, and all the other countries that we have presence in, but now we'll also be able to offer toll-free services as well.
Let's talk a little bit about the marketplace, because everybody thinks with IP coming on that all this old telephony stuff is going away, and the reality is not true, correct?
Well, that's what everybody said about the internet, that it was going to go away when DSL happened. But DSL is a transport technology. IP is a transport technology, and perhaps in the day when we have telekinesis and a variety of psionics, voice communication may disappear. But the truth is that IP telephony is a transport mechanism. Is it better than plain old telephone service? Yes. Is it more flexible than plain old telephone service? Yes. Is your smartphone better than your rotary dial phone? Absolutely.
But I still need an address, and I need to contact you.
But you still need an address, and humans still need to talk. We
may
text more.
Still need to talk.
We may text more, but occasionally we have to pick up the phone and have a conversation. So voice is clearly not dead. The mechanism by which we may transport voice may be changing from traditional PSTN switching to an IP integrated piece of hardware. But nonetheless, we still have the communications need. And it's important for us to understand that voice over IP is merely that. It's still voice. All that's changing is the transport technology, which is enabling us to add new ways of hearing our voice, whether that's video with H.264, whether that's text-to-speech. All of these new applications come about because the transport medium is changing.
So what's ahead for Endstream?
Well, right now, we have our toll-free product, which is going to be a very valuable product for us going forward. We've rolled it out across the United States. We're working on Canada right now. We already have our first customers on it, which generally have over 250,000 minutes a month. That's sort of where we'd started with our first.
That's very nice.
Yeah, with our first batch of customers. A lot of calling card operators have already latched onto the network. We're translating well over 1 billion minutes a year right now on our toll origination platform. Yeah. And now we're looking to get to that level on the toll-free platform. And we've also continued to expand our wholesale offerings. Again, Endstream sells everything wholesale. We don't tend to sell direct to end users. And we've, as a consequence of being a voice provider, we have a fairly substantial MPLS network. And we're also, our sister company, Open Data Centers, just opened its first data center in Piscataway, New Jersey, and we've made that into a POP. And we've added some Metro Ethernet services in the New York tri-state area, where we can go up to 10 gigabit speeds between data centers. And we have our own private fiber backbone that we're now provisioning service on, as well as nationwide MPLS service with access from DSL speeds all the way up to 10 gig.
So you're really a full service CLEC.
That's been our goal.
Yeah.
Since we were founded in 1995, our premise has been to get from a point where we were a voice termination provider to a voice origination provider to a toll-free origination provider to a data provider, and now we're also a provider of the infrastructure as well: space, power, connectivity, cloud.
And the market for that has got to be growing, right?
Absolutely. The largest growth in IT is clearly cloud, and at the end of the day, a cloud needs a place to live.
Right.
There's a big sky out there, and those clouds need places to live, and the data centers are.
Can I borrow that term from you, by the way?
Absolutely. Feel free to borrow it.
A cloud needs a place to live.
Yes. And our Piscataway facility is ideally suited for cloud. It's outside of the New York metro area. Our power is much less expensive. Our infrastructure is very solid. Redundancy everywhere you could possibly want it.
And it's on the national fiber ring. So
yeah, we have fiber access from Sunesis, from AboveNet, access from carriers like OCG and FiberTech. Cross River Fiber are all very nearby.
Right.
So when we're bringing in fiber, we tend to see very, very short lead times, and a lot of those carriers like Level 3, Verizon Business, Cablevision are already in the facility. So there's very easy access for us.
And the good news is that part of New Jersey, I'm a New Jersey guy, has become a real data center hub.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
You know, you're positioned in a nice spot.
DuPont Fabros is just over on Possumtown Road. We have Digital Realty a stone's throw away. And Nomura has a data center very near us. Barclays data center is very near us. So it's a very fiber-rich and power-rich environment.
So I can't let you go since. What are you looking for at the show?
I think what everybody else is looking for, really, access to customers and access to suppliers. And IT Expo for us has been a nexus over the past 4 years for accomplishing our marketing goals and our goals of obtaining vendors.
Well, I want to thank you for allowing me to access you. This has been extremely enjoyable, and have a great show.
Thank you very much.